Good morning and almost happy Halloween and definitely happy new moon. So we are sitting today right in the center, new moon energy, which is a really powerful, fresh time for new creations. And it's also a powerful time for clearing emotions. So as we've come through this weekend and the last week since our last session, you may have noticed some shifts that were coming up for you, things, little triggers that were coming through that you had to sit with and recognize within you to release them. That was very much the power in our session. We were recognizing the compassion that comes through when we face our demons a little bit and own some of the emotions that are coming through us rather than acting on them. So we're carrying on with that. We called it vampiric energy, and that was a really interesting thing. I did have lots of synchronicities that came up from that, and it was quite powerful in the way that showed up for me. And it was a great reminder, the way it played out, that actually, again, Reiki and the spirit light energy was showing, and the earth energy was showing that the energies that we consider to be vampiric, it's good to understand what we mean by that. We're giving it that label because it helps us to recognize where we might be leaking energy. But, really, vampires, that energy is only what we attribute to it and how we choose to interact with it. So, ultimately, as long as we heal the trigger in ourselves, what we're really wanting to do is heal ourselves so we can then shine our compassion onto them, whatever that situation is. And of course, in doing so, we don't own that energy. It doesn't become a part of us. We don't lose any energy to it. All we do is radiate love. And if anything, what that can do is support them or that situation through a time of darkness for whatever's unfolding for them. So the big, deep reminder is, if we want to solve and resolve the problems that are out there, this in here is the place we start. So interestingly, Brianna, not today, no compassionate witch. I thought she was coming. No. So who's come instead is the compassionate cowboy, C for compassionate, and the rose shirt. I'm not even sure how clear this imagery is. I'm definitely going to upgrade my Zoom materials. So the compassionate cowboy, now that's another energy, beautiful part of the spirit team that helped to work and support me as I work through my self-healing. You guys will all have your own team that you're perhaps not aware of yet. Whoever you are, you will have a team there ready to support you. And the more you work on yourself, the more that discarnate beings come in and go like, yeah, hey, we can show you stuff about that. Come on, this is somewhere we can help, listen to this. So when I was working through this week, what I was reminded of to share this morning is that, sometimes we do need to be that sharpshooter. And the way this compassionate cowboy comes through for me is that, and by the way, I'm not saying always get it right, but the times that I recall when I have got it right is when this compassionate cowboy shows up and literally he scores straight from the hip, and it's done. And I, of course, reflect on that afterwards. And but the point that he teaches on that score is that there's no residual, there's no anger, there's nothing left afterwards. It's just cords cut. And that's a very compassionate way to exit some situations. And once it's done, it's like, oh, it's the end of my energy on it. I'm fine now. And off you go. However, that has many, many, many layers. And that's why I say, even having done that, it's always important to sit with it and heal those parts again that caused that to come out. However, sometimes that can be an important way to make a new, fresh energy, allow a new, fresh energy in. So, again, it's always about being careful not to judge ourselves and when we've done things like that, but to learn from it. So then the other way the compassionate cowboy can work is that and making sure that, knowing, that nobility inside that knows when to shoot or when to just hold your mouth, hold your cool, hold your vibration, hold your frequency, and vote with your feet out of the room, the situation, the person, whatever it is, without any self-splaining, because again, sometimes that feeling of I need to go, but actually I need to explain why I've got to go, that is still leaking energy. That's still giving energy away, because we're feeling like, oh gosh, I don't want to upset that person by my exit strategy. Simply by not being here, I feel I should show up and explain more. And sometimes that can get us into more thick water. Because again, we're just leaking energy. That like, well, they're probably not even mildly even interested. Who knows that, if we were showing up in a relationship that we weren't really that valued in anyway, they won't give a monkey's mind there. So it's about finding that balance, and being able to vote with your feet can be a really enlightening way of understanding more about that relationship or that situation. So that's another sharpshooter tip from this cowboy energy. And he doesn't have a name. I call him sharpshooter because that's what I've seen him do. And the other way he showed up is like when I am showing up in a situation because I feel I ought to. So sometimes, it's like a yes, because, I'm, working in spirit and I, need to be there. And this is obviously the kindest path. And it's like, yeah, but kind of, where's your light in this, and respecting and honoring yourself first. And I've been so surprised at the times that energy has shown up when I've thought I must be there or should be doing something. And then I've been told, no, come on, step back. And that's been a huge thing. So, it's that feeling when we feel like we should be saying yes, but really inside we're feeling no. There's the bit. And we keep going because we think, I'm being compassionate. I've got to be there to help. No, because again, if your inner is no, it's no. So it's learning to trust that instinct, even though society and your cultural upbringings and norms and everything else might be screaming at you that you've got to help and do it. If you're getting a no, you're not, it's not for you to be there. And that's a really powerful learning from the compassionate cowboy. So those are the other ways. Was there any other way? Well, yes, comparing ourselves to others. That's the fourth way. I knew there were four. So comparing ourselves to others or turning up to impress others. Those are ways which, again, will leak energy vampirically. And the cowboy reminds us to just, no, don't feed that. If we're feeling any form of envy, it's like, well, what are you not recognizing that you have forgotten to be grateful for? Because your journey is your journey. And if there's something you want, then the only way to get that is to check in with yourself and feel why you're not receiving that, because somewhere you're putting too much energy into worrying about what somebody else has got. So it's kind of that energy, and along with the energy of and the other flip side of that is, putting on statement and symbols and adorning ourselves with things that are deemed to impress. So we're trying to put on a shop front that, be in the energy of somebody that would be like, rather than, here I am, I'm just this. And of course, sometimes even trying to be the explanatory version of, oh, it's just me, I'm here, this is who I am. That's not who you are if you have to say that, because we actually have to state something that already is a showing up in an energy of trying to be something different. So complicated old game, very solar plexus related, but the energy that heals it comes from the sacral. And again, it's a powerful journey, this sacral chakra clearing. And we can see here the sacral chakra, the core of our creation. What we do, if we've got any of that energy going on, I have been calling it vampiric. I want to transist that energy into something that isn't a negative. It's pretty hard because there's a lot of stuff historically that's vampiric, but there is no real negativity on that unless we can just choose to. We don't have to be feeding it with all the fear. There's love or fear, so we're stepping into the love vibration, and this is with the sacral chakra. You can see that we create from love. If we create from love, we love ourselves, we love that part of us that is unhealed and creating the need to show up. When something triggers us, then we are losing light. But if we create from love and allow ourselves to heal all those triggers and heal within, then we can actually then emanate that love, and eventually we can love the trigger, even though it may not sit with what we prefer. It doesn't mean we have to align ourselves with it, but we can just let it go and therefore not have it festering, chewing on our ear, and worm minding us into having some sense of fear or worry about the worst. So that's how we do that, with this lovely little snake energy coming up through our body, to bring up that creative power to transmute the heavy emotions into feelings of love and joy and happiness. So, when we say, oh, Reiki, it's all about love and light. Yes, it is. We're connecting to the love and the light, but we're working with that to clear the lower frequency emotions that we experience as humans. So, it's not like, oh, Mrs. Positivity all the time. It's like it's recognizing and leaning into the dark with that positivity so that we can brighten our light. So hopefully that's cleared up some bits. Thanks, old boy, for that. So let's go to the meditation. Of course, the big thing here is, if there's any of this that you'd like to lean into more, there are many Reiki techniques that we can use to support that sort of healing within you. So you might have a little chat with me and see if there is anything that I can bring to the table for you with that and connect you with your highest light. And often in the work that I've done, met other people who also have really valuable and useful techniques that you might find helpful. So by all means, drop me a line just to chat more about any of this, and we can do that. So let's just have our meditation just to help with wherever we are at the moment, with what you each need today to transcend any of the heavier emotions in your field and energies that have been coming up at this beautiful new moon opportunity. Tonight, we also have Nicole and I, my proper American counterpart, we're online at 7 p.m. UK time online, and we're doing a new moon ceremony. And again, we're just going to take that deeper, and do stay tuned, because we've got a whole series coming up next year that we're going to go deep into the sacral chakra healing and healing these sort of wounds. So again, message me if that's something you might be interested in. So anyhow, for now, we're going to go out of our heads and our emanating body and inwards into our spiritual body and just connecting. Let's go in through our breath. And that's a good one to commence our meditation with. You can even put your hands together to help you recollect that your heart chakra is connected to your thumbs and your hands are pointing upwards to connect with that highest frequency of light, the highest frequency that you can pull in right now. Just if you want to, you can soften off your eyes and allow yourself to connect with what's going on inwards. Lots of beautiful spiritual allies here. And allowing that channel to flow in on your breath. Just allowing your breath to travel to the parts of your body where it's needed. Feeling your breath and remembering that it in itself is love. Taking a breath is the love we have for our body, and that is involuntary. Every breath we take, we are bringing love into our bodies and nurturing it. It's impossible to exist without love. And as we allow that loving breath to gently move through our body, you can take it down deeper, down into your sacral area, behind your belly button. You can feel that breath beginning to expand and allowing your belly to encourage the air out of your body. So as you breathe in, your belly's expanding. And as you breathe out, belly's contracting and helping to expel the air. And this is really starting to take that loving breath deeper into our bodies. And you can relax your hands down onto your legs if you've been holding them so that you can feel more comfortable. And as you do so, just picture the light of Reiki. If you're not attuned, it doesn't matter. You can just allow yourself to accept that frequency as it now pours into you through your crown chakra, picturing that beautiful golden glow of light above your head, connected to your own divinity, your own divine spark. And as you breathe into your body, you breathe in the light of Reiki. Begin to feel its warm flow entering your body. Gently moves deeper, deeper down through your neck. And this light is a beautiful, warm and healing light. It comes from the holy fire, which gently burns away anything that is not authentic. So you can rest assured that any parts of you where light has been leaking, especially those that you're aware of, will gently begin to heal with this light. And you may even be shown more of the ways in which light leaks for you this week, and have the opportunity to bring your healing to those spaces. And as you breathe more deeply, that light of the holy fire gently permeates down into your chest, expanding across your shoulders. Everywhere it touches, it's gently relaxing you, alleviating the cells of fear, letting them stand down into trust. That light gently touches your heart, your compassionate center. And you see the holy fire empower that flame of love that sits within you. And that flame begins to burn more brightly throughout you. And you feel the sense of heat and warmth as it begins to emanate throughout the whole of your body. And as this holy fire, Reiki energy, flows in and reminds you that you are love. And the light flows down in that deep belly breath into that space of creation from where we create, right down in our sacral chakra. And the flames fan our creative space, gently clearing away any density, any traumas, perceived or otherwise. Allowing that light and heat to flow here, settling, loving, and bringing our own divine, loving, compassionate light down into this space, supporting it and empowering it with the holy fire. Deeper and deeper. Feels like a warm and loving blanket gently moving over you. Feeling you from top to bottom. Feeling that sense of loving warmth going down into your root chakra, the space where you're sitting, Let everything grows the space where we sense our strength of survival, the empowerment to stand in solid roots on a strong foundation that is created from love, the love we have for ourselves and who we are, our mission in this lifetime. And gently moving down, that energy flows through our legs, through our knees, gently knocking off all the old heavy stuff that's really just keeping us locked behind prison doors, opening the cell doors, seeing doves flying out, and allowing that energy to be where it needs to be. If it's not ours, if it's ours, we're just giving it a beautiful emanating glow. Enhancing it in its beauty, reminding it of its essence beneath all anger, trauma, and stories, perceptions. There was always a loving heart. With every out-breath, we can feel ourselves simply letting go. With every in-breath, that love connects and goes deeper into our body, right down to our feet, where we grow beautiful roots down into the earth. Beautiful, loving roots connect with the light of the earth, Mother Nature, down through the rock, and the tributaries and streams, the flow of yin energy beneath the surface, and the fiery yang energy. These two empower us as we connect to their qualities, burning away fear, washing away fear, allowing our emotions to transform into something more beautiful, more aligned with our inner aspect of love. Now feel from this space we can draw on these earthly energies to also come up into our body. Give us that sense of connection between our highest selves, our earthly selves. Bringing the holy fire to continue to support our journey, incarnation. We feel ourselves completely full up. We allow ourselves to relax. Feel that sense of Reiki. If you know you've been attuned to Reiki, you could use the distance symbol to connect with any spaces within you that need that deeper healing. Surrendering it to the holy fire and your other Reiki symbols, and the Karuna symbols, and master symbols, whatever level and whatever symbols you know. Anything that comes to your mind, just allow them to work with you, to heal and to cleanse, tapping into those ancient rememberings within you that can help you to do this work that is so important in your lifetime, this time around. Feeling your hands relaxing even now. Letting go Surrendering and trusting to the Reiki energy, that loving, kind energy that only will bring the best for you at your pace. Feeling now a sense of completion and fullness. And from this space, deep inner relaxation, you can just continue to sit in that. Enjoy it. And do you fully. But if and only if you feel fully healed right now and fully filled with the love of divine compassion, you can allow that compassion to spread outwards. Picture something that you would like to send this love to and share in your love, this divine love. And you could picture the earth. And you could picture something much smaller, particular part of the earth, or a flower even. Something near you that needs your love and attention, that would benefit from this gift. Letting it flow to whatever comes to mind. Or simply sitting in the energy and trusting that it will go where it's needed. Also, an incredibly beautiful and powerful thing to do. It might be that there's a person that you want to send this love to. And do so from a sense of love. Send from love, that creative space. Allow the love to permeate that connection. And then it is a genuine love, and your light will remain strong and intact. Gently sending love to anybody, whether they be friend or foe. And to do nothing more, not to affect them in any way other than to share whatever love they need. Send it to your loved one. Send it to your own inner loved one, and yourself. And these are powerful ways to heal and to help us show up authentically in the physical world. All that we create that comes from love will bring us tremendous love in return. And this is where the flow state of abundance comes from. Rich life with beautiful connections. And the ability to see the divine in everything and everyone. And place ourselves where we feel the most alignment. Passing by all that does not draw us or align with our frequency, yet equally comfortable with its existence and sending it love. we can continue to hold our own frequency, remain intact, whilst also being part of the unity of all that is. And gently now, you begin to bring yourself back into your own body fully, enjoying that state of tranquility. Feeling the groundedness, the earth, feeling the beautiful clean channel of the heavens. Recognizing our own divine connections are each unique and will bear fruit in their own, very own authentic way. And as we bring our hands back into Gasho to thank all of the beautiful energies that work with us today, you may want to take your hands above your head to connect with your highest light and form that circle around you, taking that light around and then sending it down to earth, to your roots, to ground into that. Beautiful 3 times. You can work with the Reiki symbols on this too. And then coming gently back into the room. And this is where we say our farewells. And just coming back fully. Anything that you received or got from that, please do share privately or on the post when this goes out as a recording. And thank you so much for joining. Remember that whenever you join this, the healing is the same. Energy is not constricted by physical. So you will get this no matter what. Thank you very much. Any questions, let me know. Hopefully, I'll see you again at 1 p.m. today for the unrecorded, close-knit version, and a bit more sharing can go on in there. And then also tonight with Nicole, there's still spaces, it's online, so you can just sign up, just message me if you'd like to join. It's a donation amount, so it's up to you what you want to bring to the table on that one. Okay, so sayonara. I don't know where that came from. And I'll see you soon.